adversarial culture that seems to dominate construction everywhere. But is it particularly pertinent in this region?
Yes, I think so. I think because many other jurisdictions have moved on to much more collaborative ways of working. And they've also found other ways of avoiding that sort of conflict scenario. But here, we're very much still beset with that very adversarial approach.
Yeah, I think everybody we spoke to was unhappy. Everybody had difficulties achieving what they wanted to be achieving. So from a contractor's point of view, they've probably been the most vocal about problems within the sector for the longest amount of time, and those pressures still exist. It's a low margin industry, and they're taking on a lot of risk for not much reward.
Yeah.
And you throw in a sort of an economic situation where there's not much liquidity, and those pressures really come through.
So is this is basically contractors complaining, or did
no,
you speak to clients as well?
On top of that, what you also see is that we also heard was that the developers are also having difficulties. The developers' business cases are becoming under a lot more pressure than what they used to be in the past. For various reasons. You've got real estate developers, you've got a softening property market where their businesses are operating on lower margins. They then have to secure things like funding, which we'll come on to later. So that's a pressure for them. But then on the government side as well, you've got government budgets that have been cut, you've got a lower oil price, and they really have to deliver things to the cost that they said they were going to be delivered to. They can't justify any sort of high levels of escalation in cost that they may have been able to get away with in the past. So contractors, yes, has been a long-standing issue for as long as I've been working in the region. Contractors have had difficulty. But what the other thing that's happening is that developers are finding it more difficult as well. So you've got those two things. Their viewpoint on where they stand is becoming more aligned. So I think that's why this report's so timely, really. And then in the middle, as Susanna said, you've got consultants who are sort of caught in between the two and looking after their own